So today I'm going to show you guys how to remove side feed injectors from a SR20 engine. Also, a lot of super engines, a lot of imports run these side feed injectors, this style here. A lot of times what I see is people grab pliers and they're grabbing the top of the injector and trying to wiggle it out with pliers, and it just damages the injector most of the time. This is my little SR20 S13 hatchback that I have kind of turned into a side project after I finished my drift car. This is my VQ35 HR swapped S13 convertible. Old Formula D car from 2007. Was the Falcon Sears FD car back then. But more on that car later. So this is just my rig to hold my tripod here. I already removed one of these step by step. I photographed it on my Instagram. I'll link my Instagram in the description. But I'm gonna just video exactly how to do this. It just takes a few minutes. You're gonna want a Phillips driver or a cross driver, whatever you want to call it, number 2. Make sure it's a tight fit in the screw. If you get one that's too loose, these screws round out extremely easily. You just want it tight fit in there, not a lot of slop, or it will round out that screw. They're pretty soft metal. Good to replace them with like an Allen screw. So let me set up my tripod here, and I can just run through this pretty quickly. Do this all in one take, hopefully. So pop these screws out. I didn't pre-remove this to make it easier. All I removed was the one that I showed you here. So these have been in this engine for who knows how long, 20 years, 30 years. The SR20 is getting pretty old nowadays. I'm just trying to clean this one up. I was trying to sell it for a while, and then I decided that I missed the SR and I wanted to build another one. So yeah, remove these 2 cross screws, Phillips screws. Remove the injector cap, or the hold down. Inside it, there's a rubber cushion and a washer. It's an insulator. Just helps hold this down, but not rigidly. It has a little bit of cushion on it. Put that aside. Reinstall the screws here. Not all the way down. What you want to do is you want to set the height of these about level with the top of the injector, the square part of the injector on the top here. That looks good. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want it equal height there. Get 2 flat drivers. These are going to be our levers. Flathead screwdriver. Yeah, you're not supposed to pry with these, but we're not putting a lot of force on this. This method should get these out easily without a lot of force, and just because of the way the physics work here. You want to make sure this flat driver fits in the side of the injector. On both sides there's an oval hole, like a slot. I don't know if it's designed with this in mind, but this is what works. Make sure it fits in there. If you go too wide, you're going to end up tearing the top of the injector here if the driver doesn't fit in the side properly. Put both drivers in the sides of the injector. We're using the screwdrivers as levers over these screws. These will be our fulcrums. And it doesn't take a lot of force to do this. Just start slowly pushing down on the drivers. Make sure you're not going to slip off the screw heads here. You should see that injector start coming out. There's 2 O-rings on side feed injectors, and that it retains them in the rail pretty good. Once you get it to start moving, get some play in it, it starts to budge out. Unscrew these couple quarter turns, because you should have got a little bit of height out of it. You want to raise these up. We need a little more throw. As you can see, I was running out of I was running out of room. So pull them out a couple quarter turns, get a little more height on the screws, hit it again with your levers. See, I'm putting maybe a pound of force on each handle here. It comes right out. Before you do this, make sure you don't have fuel pressure in your rail. I had already had the rail disconnected and there's no fuel in it. Otherwise, you're gonna pop this injector out and you're gonna get shot in the face with fuel. Here's our injector removed, factory 370cc purple top injector. It's the stock injector for the S13 SR20. I'm just removing these. I'm refreshing my whole intake side here, just removing and cleaning, new O-rings, all that good stuff. And that's it, it's out. Do the other three and you're good to go.